today. Starting demo today. The most topics, but we add the PR and also one added topic. Status. Fortune 1, where are we? Where are we? February 13. Nothing last week, but there is some activity. So let's see if I really filter. Benedict has been working. And maybe it's done. I'm merging one connects into the branch. Yep. Looks like it's done. So this is merging that into this issue. But it's been working on merging one connects into that branch. I've seen some comments also. And that is the latest comment that we saw last week. Okay. What should call it? Since the 13th. This one, update 2, update 8.2. Microsoft extension Azure updates, TFA setup screen, KBD encoding. Keyboard. I didn't know about that one. Keyboard. That's formatting for constructors. Okay. What does TFA mean? Maybe it's 2FA? Oh, 2, okay, T for 2, okay. Two-factor authentication, okay. I see authenticator app, okay, good. Update data protection logs. And about that, I learned something last week about that. I learned about data protection and safe secret. And protect. Edit and protect. Yes. Yes. Okay. I persisted data protect. Dangerous and protect. Okay. So the data protector interface that we use. So there is an data protector. There is time data protector that will give us a value that is invalid after some time when we protect it. And there is iPersisted data protector to persist things that will be used for a long time, like encrypting a file content, something like that. Not like a cookie, which is based on the browser navigation. So this can be short-lived. So the idea is that data protection has keys, and you know that we need to share those keys across nodes when we want to encrypt, decrypt the same thing on different machines. Okay, and we have different stores for these like the blob storage or Redis or file system and so on. And these keys, they will rotate. So the implementation of the data protection API will generate new keys, but keep the old keys around in case we have something to decrypt with the old keys. So it will use the new keys, and then if it fails, try the old keys, and then when it succeeds, it's fine. But the idea is that we are supposed to use the new key also to encrypt. So there is an API when we unprotect that will let us know that this one requires migrations, means that it's used a key that is not the latest one. So it managed to unprotect, but we should re-encrypt the data and save it back with the new key, just to prevent losing the old key that could be revoked, and then we will not be able to encrypt it anymore. So persist keys to file system, for example, protected manager, get bytes, protected payload. So that's encrypted. Then unprotect, that's encrypted. Then it does the same thing, and we check that if it was. So there are other numbers actually. So protected data to unprotect, ignore revocation errors. And in this case, if the key is revoked, it will still work. But we know that we need to re-encrypt the thing. So that's something maybe we should use in some places. We need to check where we use the data protection APIs, because we use them a lot. So just letting you know about this interface. It is interesting. I wonder, can we check what is implementing that? How do we know? Keyring-based data protector. So anything that implements keyring-based data protector implements that also. We need to check which ones we are using, which implementations. So that's what I learned last week. Update HtmlSanitizer. Update resilience. Update configuration secrets. Update. What update? ReCaptchaTagHelper. Add onload attribute. Yes, also the PR merged it. So new property on helper, tag helper, such that you can provide a custom JavaScript, so custom code to be invoked when the reCAPTCHA is loaded. That is some docs. If we have a doc for ReCAPTCHA, that would have we don't have anything for TagHelper. We should have something. Build constant for a string. Remove the obsolete methods. Update xUnit. Use HttpClientFactory.CreateClient instead of static. Okay. Yeah, there were multiple static ones. Good. Warning for course policies. Okay. So checking settings that are correct. So two settings can't be issued, but so this one and this one should not be used together. Ready? Markdig update. What's new in Markdig? Less string allocations. Nothing interesting here, I think. For us, at least. Or maybe, like, if it generate no. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Doesn't matter much. Okay, good. MK update. Workflow icons fix. Bad. Series. Text or full text search in an. Yep. Multiple constructor or list value option. Yes. And. That's it. Questions, comments? Can see anything in the chat? Nothing in the chat. Let's look at the PRs that are important right now. Bootstrap 5.3. $49. That's the most, okay, that's a minor change, so that should be easy. Oh no, that's weird. I'm confused. So some of them get an uppercase and some of them remove the uppercase. What is that? R&B. Okay, some changes are good. It's not about us, but what I think it's probably generated by Bootstrap, is it? What is that?
No, I launch gulp rebuild,
Okay,
and
that's what it did.
a few files have been updated about a while.
That's weird. What is this file? It's just in order. Last week. Okay, that explains. That could explain some things here. So now it's all okay as far as a PR from last week. Everything is in lowercase, even original name. So it looks like gulp was not run correctly with this PR because it updated the original assets. Oh, it updated also this one. But everything is in lowercase too. Even original name. Okay, so everything is lowercase. In the mean, it's been minified, but everything is also lowercase. And if I look at the issue, and this here is interesting uppercase. So that's one. Try to generate it again just to see, because you should not even have that uppercase. Line 679, of course, admin. What's the PR? Core admin. 79. So this is this one, original name, it's uppercase. Name. Yeah, here it's uppercase. It should be lowercase. It's lowercase. Okay, good. So there is a problem here. Everything should be lowercase. But probably this one was missed. Where is this one? Oh, this one is from another file. Yeah, so this generated file was wrongly generated. So I assume this one is when you generated it correctly. So it updated it to the uppercase because the source has an uppercase. So it included it correctly. This file was changed by hand, not using God, and they missed it here. We changed it correctly here, but they missed it there because it was generated by hand instead of generated by God. This one says, don't edit it directly. So I believe they forgot, they didn't know that about using God. Okay. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, so this one will go on. Wait for their comment because this should be lowercase, but it's uppercase here because the source file must be using uppercase wrongly. You can try to fix it if you want. If you are courageous. Or wait for them to fix it and then reapply. Look. Where is the source of the file? Which one is it? Close and yes, this is the one I want. Where is that? Well, the issue is that you are not changing it because, oh, you are changing it. Well, no, you are not changing it because the one in assets, you are not touching it. Help is just regenerating this one because this one was changed manually wrongly. But if we look at course admin.js here, not from this one, yeah, I'm on see without the name. So this file, the source file here, this file is wrong. Is it wrong actually? Because where is this policy coming from? Maybe this is the correct thing, but then this one is wrong. So here I believe the issue is there. Okay. Going back to the request. What's interesting? Big issues at least. This one is a change. We are removing the mic. That is important. This one is interesting also. Well, at least some others are discussing. Interesting, but I'm involved in this one about it. So here, since we're using system text JSON, the main branch, we realize that we should be able to resolve these default system text JSON options because they might be required to serialize and deserialize object graphs that are using polymorphic types. So if you have a collection of the base type, but JSON needs to represent the actual concrete type, you need these options. So what Mike has done, if we ignore all the changes that are just cosmetic, then here, now you can inject options of JsonSerializerOptions. And when you use system text JSON or any extension method we made that is serializing JSON, then you can pass these options and then the types will be used. So just this new thing that is now available in the options of JsonSerializerOptions. And this is a good example. This is a good example. So this one, for instance, this is the deployment step for layers. And this layers thing has rules, and the rule is a base class for Boolean rules. There are different types of classes like this. So when we serialize this object, we need to pass this option. So the concrete type is well known and serialized and deserialized concretely correctly. So that should be no soon. It looks good now. This one from Jasmine, which is, so I won't click there because it will fail everything because it's formatting everything. So CSharpier is a tool that will format the C# classes in a nicer way, removing all the spaces, enforcing spaces, new lines, line length, parentheses, curly braces, everything. And I mentioned the tool .NET format, which is also doing the same thing, but is part of the .NET SDK. And it supports editor console. So this one works. I tried it. It's doing its thing, but it looks like CSharpier is much more advanced than .NET format. And for instance, I would just take that as an example. If in code we have these arguments on a single line and it's over the length limit specified in the options, then CSharpier is able to say, oh no, it's too long for a line, so let's put it back on distinct lines. So it's clever like it. It's not double format doesn't support this thing. So CSharpier looks good. What I mentioned, however, is that we should not be part of the standard builds because I don't want people to be bothered by that when they provide pull requests. But we could have a scheduled PR that is run automatically, that will create a PR to clean the repository regularly, like every week. So we can just accept the changes and merge them without bothering the PR that are submitted. That would be nice. I've seen some issues with changes, or we'll see. Fine. Let's see if it works. I think we should see one at the top because I've seen some of them. This one, this one here. You see before how it was like 2 lines, and each line has a comma. Yeah, and this is because if we had a new line, because we already had the comma before, the diff in the PR, the next PR, will just show the new line, and it won't show that, oh, this one was removed and replaced with one with a comma, and then the second one. But then when it's applied to CSharpier, the comma is kept here. But that's interesting because in this case, because it's in one line, we don't need the comma, it doesn't matter. When we add a new item, we add the comma and the thing. It was interesting if you were on multiple lines. So maybe there's an option to say, remove trailing comma. Otherwise, we'll have to change it by hand. That's interesting. That maybe it's an issue on there on the tool that we need to update. But you see here, it finds that it doesn't need to be on different lines because it will fit on a single line with the limit that were applied and then moves back to the single line. Same thing here, moves it back to a single line because it doesn't need to be on multiple lines. Yeah, so it's a question of preference. Same thing here, where you see, don't try to open this PR on hotel because it will break everything. You can open it using the VS Code editor, however, that will work. Now everything is broken. Reminder, if you're on a big PR like this, just hit the dot on the keyboard, which I just did. And then you have a custom editor that won't load everything, but just the things you want in the div. It's every single file. Much better. All good. So these are the PRs that are going on. This one was approved, still not merged. Interesting. So we merge it because we did that like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Oh no, it was from other review because we asked for some change. I will check. Okay. Questions, comments, topics, demos? All is good. Then thank you. There is no meeting. There is no triage on Thursday. I have a meeting at the same time. So we'll see each other next Tuesday. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.